We call the meeting to order. The invocation will be led by Commissioner Postal.
Eternal God, when we are impatient with others and ourselves, teach us, your children, that we can't always get what we want. Teach us instead to trust you and listen quietly for your will to reveal itself. We pray today in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first order of business is a motion to approve the minutes from the August 6, 2020 meeting.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of bills, Mr. Postal.
Okay, let's start with accounts payable. Accounts payable totaled $749,172.66. Payroll is $340,670.39. 911 account is $7,841.41. CDBG account is $7,149.74. One check in the LEPC account for $93.76. And finally, one check in the liquid fuels for $4,014.32. I make a motion to pay these bills.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Treasurer's report.
Our beginning balance was $1,630,268.44. We had deposits of $654,408.25. We transferred $500,000 from capital reserve. We agree with the reading of the bills by Commissioner Postal, leaving us an ending balance of $1,833,64. Our liquid fuels account has $441,763.91. Our liquid fuels Act 89 has $348,297.30. Our 911 has $559,163.68. Our LAPC has $39,653.30. Our local use fund has $339,876.66. Our McCares account has in $4,166,761.07. Our capital reserve has $13,332,877.60, and it's all subject to audit.
Thank you. The motion to accept the treasurer's report.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting in advance, Mr. Postal.
Well, the commissioners had various meetings throughout the last 2 weeks relating to the CARES Act and internal policies. I'll give that list to the chief clerk later. I will point out that yesterday, however, I was testifying at the Pennsylvania House Transportation Committee on the package of transportation bills that will be upcoming in the Commonwealth. Thank you.
Okay, that's the same as Mr. Postal. I had numerous internal meetings and different things, and Allison Fisher and I attended a webinar. I'll give that list to Chief Clerk. Is there any public comment? Under new business, Victim Witness Services Razzle Bojo grant for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2022, in the amount of $153,223. Jamie, you're up.
Would you like me to stay here or go to the podium? The anticipated impacts resulting from the solicitation for this grant include the continuation of the protection of victims of crime whose cases are processed within the criminal justice system, both juvenile and adult, and ensuring that they receive all the rights and services that are entitled to them by the law. Like I said, this is a continuation of what we've already been doing.
Okay.
And it runs from January 1st, 21 through December 31st, 2022.
Thank you. Motion approved.
So moved.
I'll second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We have two proclamations. I'll read the first one. It's for Tristan Heilman. Whereas the mission of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout oath and law. And whereas the designation of Eagle Scout is the highest achievement in the Boy Scouting program, which was founded over 100 years ago. Whereas only 4% of Boy Scouts are granted the Distinguished Eagle Scout rank. And whereas Tristan Howman, a member of Boy Scout Troop 2 stationed at St. John's Lutheran Church, has completed the requirements and was examined by the Eagle Scout Board of Review, which found him worthy of the rank of Eagle Scout on February 19, 2020. Whereas the Boy Scouts of America encourage Eagle Scout candidates to complete worthy projects to improve their neighborhoods and their communities. And whereas Tristan's Eagle Scout project was completed at the First United Methodist Church in Lewistown, Tristan's project entailed removing old paint, priming, and then repainting railing outside of the church. Tristan had help from 14 others totaling 122 service hours. Whereas Tristan has served in the position of quartermaster, assistant senior patrol leader, and Order of the Arab representative. Whereas Tristan Howman serves as an example to the youth of the community through his high level of personal achievement, leadership, and community service, and has made Mifflin County very proud. Now, therefore, we, the Mifflin County Commissioners, do hereby recognize and congratulate Tristan Howman for his outstanding accomplishment, extend to him our deepest appreciation for all of his dedicated work, and wish him the best in all of his future endeavors. Proclaim this 20th day of August. Mark Sunderland, Robert Postal, and Kevin Page. Motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Come forward, young man.
Oh, we don't have the picture. Okay.
There'll be a picture on this, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. You have anything you like to say?
I wanted to say thank you to all my members of Troop 2 and the community members of Lewistown. That's all I wanted to say.
Thanks. Thank you very much. And congratulations. Second proclamation is honoring Eagle Scout Gavin Taylor. Mr. Postal.
Okay, this is a proclamation in honor of Eagle Scout Gavin Taylor. Whereas the mission of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout oath and law. And whereas the designation of Eagle Scout is the highest achievement in the Boy Scouting program, which was founded over 100 years ago. And whereas only 4% of Boy Scouts are granted the Distinguished Eagle Scout rank. And whereas Gavin Taylor, a member of Boy Scout Troop 106, has completed the requirements and was examined by the Eagle Scout Board of Review, which found him worthy of the rank of Eagle Scout on May 19, 2020. And whereas the Boy Scouts of America encourage Eagle Scout candidates to complete worthy projects to improve their neighborhoods and their communities. And whereas Gavin's Eagle Scout project was completed at Bender Park in Reedsville. Gavin installed a post rope barrier between the parking area and the park, replaced the router, engraved park sign, and completed some landscaping improvements at the entrance of the park. His project totaled 93 service hours. And whereas Gavin had served in the positions of Junior Assistant Scoutmaster, Senior Patrol Leader, and Order of the Arrow Representative. And whereas Gavin Taylor serves as an example to the youth of our community through his high level of personal achievement, leadership, and community service, and has made Mifflin County very proud. Now therefore, we, the Mifflin County Commissioners, do hereby recognize and congratulate Gavin Taylor for his outstanding accomplishment, extend to him our deepest appreciation for all of his dedicated work, and wish him the best in all of his future endeavors. Proclaim this 20th day of August 2020, Commissioners Sunderland, Postal, and Kodish. Make a motion to make that proclamation.
I have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. He's not with us today, so his proclamation will be mailed to him. Congratulations to him also. All right, second public hearing for CDBG MCTV grant scheduled for 9/15. Cassidy, you're up.
I'm here today to conduct the second public hearing for our federal fiscal year 2020 CDBG CV allocation. Mifflin County is receiving a total of $166,152, of which $29,907 will be used towards administration and $136,245 is available for projects. The purpose of this public hearing is to discuss potential projects the county is considering funding with these funds. And the first public hearing that was conducted back on June the 4th with the county commissioners, the Mifflin County Planning and Development Department discussed some eligible and fundable projects that can be funded with these particular funds. Those included mortgage, rent, utility assistance to individuals, small business loans/grants, and devices such as iPads and laptops for students residing in Mifflin County to aid in remote learning if schools are unable to resume in-person classes due to the COVID-19 pandemic. After that hearing, we pretty much have pursued the laptop idea for the Mifflin County school students. We have found out that Mifflin County School District cannot be the recipient of the laptops, so we will be working with the teachers union. We are going to establish a lending library, and we will be purchasing laptops for special education and low to moderate income students. They will then go to the lending library. The school is going to help us qualify the students. They will go to the lending library. The students will be provided a laptop, and for the school year, at the end of the school year, they'll turn it back in just like they do any other textbooks or any other materials the school lends them. Brown, Derry, Granville, and Lewistown have all committed their portion of their funds to this project as well. We will have a total cumulative of $432,680. That will allow us $356,970 that we will be able to use to purchase these laptops, and the remaining funds will be administration. I'm estimating that we'll be able to purchase 580 laptops for the school students, but we also realize that is not enough to help the students. There are currently nearly 2,800 students in the Mifflin County School District who are eligible for free and reduced lunches. So I'm estimating that we will have at least 2,500 students that will be eligible for our program. So we are additionally going for a competitive application for additional funds. I am also requesting $1,252,792 to help purchase additional laptops. We will have a grand total of 2,500 laptops between the two. The application is due August 31st. I will ask the commissioners to sign these two different resolutions to submit these two different applications once the regular meeting reconvenes. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Allison?
Will the lending library be made available just to students of the public schools or also the private schools in the community?
We're working with the public schools.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I know, I'm up for a while.
I think it's just to point out, I think it's laudable that the other entitlement communities, as Lewistown Borough, Brown Township, Derry Township, and Granville Township are participating in this. It's broken down in other information here that the press could have on their allocations, but we all have a lot of needs, obviously, and so do they. But they are participating in this as well as with county funds. And then, as was said, we're going after a competitive grant for the remaining needs, I guess, is what you can say. So that should be pointed out. This seems to be a big order, though. I mean,
It is.
is there any, like, when are they going to come?
There is concern about that. I have not received any guidance on how quickly DCD will get this contract back to us. Obviously, with the application being submitted August 31st, the laptops will not be ready for the students at the beginning of the school year, unfortunately. I'm really hoping that DCD turns this around and gets this back to us as quickly as possible. As we were trying to get quotes, we have also found out Dell has a 6-month lead time to purchase directly from Dell. Whenever we start looking at large quantities like this, we have to go direct to the manufacturer instead of resellers. We've also looked at Lenovo. Lenovo has a 2-month lead time, and HP will not even give an estimated lead time until they receive the order. So it's very possible, considering how many we're purchasing, that we may have to go to multiple vendors. We're going to be really looking wherever. We're not the only ones purchasing laptops. I've heard Penn State is also getting like 500 laptops that they've already been trying to purchase too, and they just keep adding more and more, so.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, resolution number 47, authorizing submission of application for the coronavirus competitive program grant in the amount of $1,252,792.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution number 48 of 2020 on behalf of Browns Dairy and Granville Township Supervisors and Lewistown Borough Council to approve the FSY 2020 CDBG CV application.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 49 of 2020, restating a fair housing policy for the County of Mifflin on behalf of the Brown, Derrick, and Granville Township Supervisors and the Lewistown Borough Council.
Every year, we have to restate our fair housing policy. This has already been published in the Lewistown Sentinel as required by DCD for our CDBG grants. This is just our regular to show that we do have fair housing, that discrimination. There's a process that if you feel you've been discriminated for housing, you can contact the Mifflin County Commissioner's Office. Kathy Ronig is our fair housing officer this year. And it's just a simple, everything we do this every year.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution number 50 of 2020, appointing a Section 504 compliance officer and establishing a grievance procedure for the County of Mifflin and on behalf of the Brown, Derry, and Granville Township Supervisors and the Lewistown Borough Council.
Again, this is another resolution that we have to renew annually. A Section 504 compliance officer is just stating that all of our public meetings will be held that will be accessible to any ADA persons, and we have procedures that you can contact us. That is included in all postings that we do, so that we make sure that we have adequate access to all of our meetings.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a request for exoneration of 2020 county real estate tax bill and relieve the tax collector from collecting this bill. The parcel is located in Wayne Township. The outbuilding has been removed. The amount is $3.94.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a request for a refund of a portion of 2020 county real estate taxes. Parcel is located in Lewistown Borough. There's an acreage area, and the amount is $37.09. Motion to approve.
I'm just getting caught up in here. Motion to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have an assurance of compliance for the 2020-2021 Human Services Plan. Ms. Fisher, you're up.
Yes, I am. So this is our, you're just signing off that we did the plan and we submitted it for the new fiscal year. It's the same thing we do every year. There's nothing new with it.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Medical Assistance Transportation Program, MATP Grant Agreement and allocation for the fiscal year 2020 to 2021 in the amount of $457,048.
Good morning. I'm here just to answer any questions that you might have in signing the fourth quarter statement for the Medical Assistance Transportation Program. And just allow me to say thank you very much for allowing Colorado Service to provide that transportation to the community. At the end of the fourth quarter, as you might guess, our single rate changed due to the drastic decrease in trips, so as to allow us to pay the expenses for continuing, even though services were down. So our fourth quarter single rate went from $25 to $45 to account for those expenses. But all in at the end of the year, medical assistance transportation program will owe caller ride service $15,845.
Yeah, thank you. The motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I think I missed one. The assurance of the compliance for the 2020-2021 Human Services Plan. Did I miss that?
No, that's what I just said.
How about the medical assistance transportation program? They may keep equal with the cost report.
That's what we just did.
That was just covered, thank you.
I have a question, Mr. Chairman, let me just ask a question. So I understand the effect that COVID had on your I guess, demand. Did you say then that your rates had to be increased?
To cover costs, yes.
Okay. What effect did the rate did the rate increase have any effect on the demand?
No, it was just merely, and we talked to medical assistants about this, how we would cover our costs since our trips were down. And that was what they told us to do, that at the end of the year you do a final report wherein you encompass all your cost and your expenses. So once that was done, it took the single rate to $45 for that quarter.
Okay, so you got reimbursed $45.
So we were reimbursed and covered for that.
Okay, that's not the cost of the passenger.
No, the passengers saw and didn't see anything different.
Thank
Of
you.
course, they don't pay.
Right.
Right.
I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a census grant amendment.
So you may remember that early in the year, we had applied for funds to do outreach around the census effort, and we've been talking about that. But we received word that the grant was supposed to go through the end of October, and the funder is now asking that all receipts are into them by the end of September. And certainly with COVID, we were not able to do some of the events that we had planned. So we went back to the funder and asked for a revision, and that revision was approved, and that's what you have in front of you for an amendment to that original contract. It doesn't change the overall amount, we're still getting the same amount, it's just we have to have it in earlier, so the end date changed, and also where we're spending the dollars changed.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendment.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Act 152, application from Granville Township for 25 Henrietta Street, not to exceed $7,127.
Okay, this was an application that was submitted by Granville Township to the commissioners, or to the Mifflin County Planning Department, and then ultimately to the commissioners. This is a program that's been enacted for about a year, or a little over a year, and it's called the Act 152 Blatant Demolition Project. And basically what it does, it's for communities to remove blight in their areas. The applicant can apply for up to 50% of the costs, up to a limited amount. And in this case, the Granville Township has purchased the property and are wishing to demolish it. It is a vacant lot or a vacant property that's been vacant at least 10 years. It's been in the repository of unsold properties twice now, so that's when they purchased it at that point in time. Their wishes are to demolish it, and total cost of demolition will be $14,254, and they are asking for $7,127 in Act 152 money to assist in that demolition. Following the demolition, then this lot will be vacant and left that way. In addition, this is the third property that we have demolished on Henrietta Street. We just did 2 other properties recently with CDBG money. So that area is improving overall.
So the property will remain in the ownership of Granville Township.
Yes.
We do have a condition in our agreements, our Act 152 agreements, that if the properties are sold, that the county is reimbursed a pro rata share of that project that goes back into the blight remediation program fund, as long as it stays in the municipal ownership and not sold to a developer or another use, then we don't request the reimbursement. Correct?
Correct, yes.
Thank you. So I'll make a motion to allocate $7,127 from the Act 152 Blight Remediation Program to this project in Granville Township.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have bids for the demolition of 73 North Main Street in Milroy, CDBG project. GNR Excavating and Demolition, $35,677. Earth Movers Unlimited, $41,862. Mike's Landscaping and Excavating, $48,645.
This project was bid on August 4th, and bids were opened that day also. What this consists of, it is a demolition and site cleanup of 73 North Main Street in Milroy. The property has been vacated by the owner and has become deteriorated. The township took a temporary conservatorship of the property, and they had asked for CDBG funding to demolish the property. When we bid this project out, we did a base bid and we did an alternate number 1, which was to add, the base bid included just filling of the basement and with fill material. And alternate number 1 add was to stone the area of the foundation and then seed and straw the rest of the site to provide grass. Alternate number 2 was to topsoil the basement area and then seed and straw the entire site, which would allow for grass. We had enough funding with CDBG to include the base bid and alternate number 2, which will provide a grassy area, and we'll definitely clean up the community, make it a lot better improvement to the area. And an acceptance of alternate number 2 or alternate number 1, that would have not changed the results of the bidding in any way. So I'm asking you to approve GNR Excavating and Demolition Incorporated in the amount of $35,677, and then also authorize the chairman to sign the contract and all other documents on behalf of the county.
Does the township have any future plans for that?
No, it's going to, after the conservatorship is removed, liens will be placed against the property for demolition, like we have done previously in other communities. After the conservatorship is lifted, those liens remain on the property and will be more than the property is worth. So I can't say for sure, but more than likely what will happen is this is already back on taxes, so it'll probably end up at the upset sale, and then more than likely the free clear sale, and the judicial sale that will happen later.
And this is not one of our Act 152 projects.
That is correct, yes.
But it does address the overall blight remediation program that the county had started.
That is correct, yes.
So I think it's a project, I'll make a motion to approve that contract.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. We're going to award the following construction contracts upon receipt of fully executed contracts, bonds, insurances, and additional detail pertaining to alternates indicated below. General construction contract number 1, Low Bar Incorporated from Dillsburg, PA, $2,128,500. HVAC construction, contract number 2, Hostler Corporation from Berwick, PA, base bid $380,900. Electrical construction, contract number 4, Low Bar Incorporated from Dillsburg, PA, base bid contract $505,200. With options for the following contractors being pursued: plumbing and fire protection, contract number 3. A motion to approve those contracts.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Storage rental agreement with Orchard Hill Storage Incorporated in Vernon, PA, amount of $140 per month.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Letter of agreement to the master consultant agreement and attached work statement number 5 with Delhi Development Group to extend the agreement for an additional 12 months beginning July 6, 2020 and ending July 6, 2021 for $3,000 per month.
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have a report on CARES grants to businesses, nonprofits, and municipalities.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Mark.
So as was previously reported and discussed at several of your meetings in the past, Mifflin County is a recipient of the funds directly from the federal government via the CARES Act, called the County Relief, the County Relief Block Grant. This particular fund sends approximately $4.1 million to Mifflin County, specifically to offset a variety of different concerns and issues, also additional conditions, restrictions, and requirements that were applied to a variety of different businesses, municipalities, nonprofit agencies, and broadband providers in the community. Since was previously reported at your last meeting, your board had authorized the formation of an ad hoc review committee, as well as the formation of a professional group of individuals of our key stakeholder groups in the county, including the Planning and Development Department, Mifflin County Industrial Development Corporation, Downtown Lewistown Incorporated, the Chamber of Commerce, and also our Human Services Department. We're also receiving additional administrative assistance from CEDACOG. With that said, since that time, we've been working on developing a relief grant opportunity in 4 key areas. They are small business, nonprofits, municipalities, and broadband deployment. This is a bright day in Mifflin County. A virus cannot define a community. We can restore our county to be better and stronger than ever. By providing funding to these 4 key areas, money will be in the hands of those individuals that will make our county even better, and especially during this time of a pandemic. Specifically, we're looking at releasing those grants to the community today. Those grants would be opened in 2 key areas: small business development, as well as nonprofits, for 10 business days. Those particular grants will be due on September the 2nd. We're going to be looking at giving relief grants to those particular organizations and businesses that have the biggest need, and that is why having our key group of stakeholders, as well as our ad hoc review committee, to assist the board in reviewing those applications is vital. In those key areas, we're working very specifically and closely with MCIDC on that, and we're asking any individuals that are dealing specifically with small businesses to go directly to MCIDC if they have any questions, you can contact them at mcidc@mcidc.org or via their phone number, which is 242-0393. Also working with our Human Services Department, you can contact them, specifically Allison Fisher. Her email address is afisher@mifflinco.org. The phone number at her office is 242-5452. We're also releasing the grants to the municipalities as well as the broadband agencies in the county. We're making that grant opportunity open for 25 business days, and those grants will be due by September the 24th. We're asking those individuals specifically to contact the Planning and Development Department with any specific questions. The phone number at our office is 242-0887, or you can email us at mcplanning@mifflinco.org. We're also having all that information available to us on a brand new webpage called www.restoremifflincounty.com. That webpage is going to be the storehouse of all our applications, our guidelines, and self-certification information for all of these 4 key categories. And we're asking anybody that's interested in those key granting agents areas to go there for more information. With that said, we know that there's going to be potentially other questions, which is why we're asking individuals to go to MCIDC, the Human Services Department, or the Planning and Development Department for more information. We're also asking individuals that deal with any municipalities, businesses, nonprofit agencies, or broadband providers to share information. We are going to be making information available via social media and broadcasting it that way, via word of mouth, hopefully via our media sources. It's very important that this information gets out to the people that can most make the impact in our community. And again, I just reiterate, I think this is a hopeful day for Mifflin County because we are able to try to see opportunities in which these key individuals can use the funds to make Mifflin County a better place. Be more than happy to elaborate on any of that if you would so choose, but again, having the web page in particular, restoremifflincounty.com, is a key resource for those key areas. So.
I'll just point out every county in Pennsylvania had gotten a relief grant, and that grant was based on population, which, quick aside here, is important that the census be a complete count in Mifflin County, because when these funds are distributed, they're usually done by population, and if we are undercounted, we just lost some money. Nevertheless, the grant was about $4.2 million. Is that what it was? Okay, and part of that is for administration, and part of that now is going to be for reimbursement for COVID-related expenses. And correct me if I'm wrong, COVID-related expenses from our small businesses, and there's a definition for that, our nonprofits, and a certain amount of that grant is going to be reimbursing the county for COVID-related expenses also. Now, I know there's a quick turnaround for this, and that's unfortunate, but that's the rules of the game. We need to allocate our funds. Every county needs to allocate our funds and have a plan for that by what date? End of November, or is it the beginning of November?
We have to report via DCED the percent and the total amount of money allocated every month ongoing, but the final report, the second to last report, would be November the 30th. You are correct. But we have until December the 30th, which would be the final date in which we could be invoiced for any expenses.
Okay, but if we don't know, if we don't have the invoices, if we don't have things in place by November 30th, that whatever's left will be turned over and then reallocated amongst the counties that do need money. Correct?
It is our understanding that not only will we have the month of December to finally allocate those funds, but also state legislature and passed and the governor signed into law Act 24, which specifically allocates a variety of different funds that came to the state via the CARES Act to multiple of our departments. So if any of those key secretaries are getting information from those departments of what wasn't spent, that will go then to the state legislature, who then will reallocate the total balance of all unspent funds via the same formula that was distributed, that the $650 million was distributed to each one of our counties. So you are correct, but one thing that is clear is that if those funds are redistributed to the county, we will get them by December the 15th, and we'll have 15 days to spend any additional funds. So it is important that we do move quickly on these 4 key areas so that we can get as much funding out in the community where it can be used the best before we even get to that date. So I'm glad you didn't bring that up. And one, if I may, just want to put a finer touch on one point. These are grants. These aren't loans. These are not funds that need to be repaid. So as long as you meet the conditions and the requirements that is outlined in the relief grants, no funds will need to be repaid to the county.
I think you're going to be busy over the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think we all will. But that's the purpose of the grants, to get the money out. There's no action, but.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thank you. Under personnel, hiring of Connor Dickens for part-time corrections officer effective August 24, 2020. The hiring of Elizabeth Farrell for victim witness services aide effective August 25th, 2020. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. No further business. We stand adjourned.